Hey there, guys. It's Michelle Visage, and welcome to another episode of Whatcha, Packin. And today I have Eureka O'Hara.
Wow.
Hi, Eureka.
Hi, Michelle. I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, yes, of course. We were just kikiing about how deflated your outfits look back there.
Yeah, I know. Just Macy's Day Parade the day after.
We need to get some plus-size mannequins, girl. Congratulations to you.
Oh my goodness, it's so exciting.
I could tell when you were up there, Final Four.
Oh my goodness, it was hard to hold it back. You know, you just want to jump up and down, you want to cry, you want to scream, you want to...
I think you did all of that.
I think I did too, actually. Home run!
Yeah. You kind of hit me in the soft spot when you were talking about your mama and what she's been going through.
Yeah.
And how hard that's been. Have you talked to her?
I have, and she's so excited she's talking again. Her voice valve is finally working.
Because she is a throat cancer survivor.
Yes. She's slowly coming into remission. When I got a video in Untucked, it was actually the first time I'd heard her talk in months. And when I left, she wasn't able to say goodbye, but I knew what she was saying to me, kind of. But just hearing it, that was the moment that I was like, oh no, ma'am, I gotta get in this game. I know why I'm here. You know what I mean? And it really turned me around. I needed it.
You know what? You're a beautiful thing for her.
Yeah.
For a mother to be that proud of her kid doing this the way that you are.
Thank you.
You were probably never that boy that the world thinks a boy should be.
Right.
And from the sounds of it, your mom was the one who said, that's okay.
Yeah.
I love you for who you are. You are extra special, extra amazing, and Final Four in RuPaul's Drag Race.
I can't believe it.
You had a little bit of an advantage and a little bit of a disadvantage.
I definitely felt like I had a good chance, but I had a lot of self-doubt, more than I even realized. I remember wearing this catsuit here.
Which is lovely.
Lovely catsuit. But the hair I wore with it, that wasn't Eureka. That was hair that I thought you all would be like, oh, this is something new and different on Eureka. This is a whole new best drag Eureka. No, that's not who Eureka is, you know?
That's also not your best drag.
Well, and I should have had the biggest piece of hair in the world on, because that's what Eureka would have done.
Yeah.
I could have made this catsuit my best drag if it was Eureka.
Right.
You know?
We have your Eureka look for the finale, which wowed us.
You loved it?
Oh my God, it was
I'm so
amazing.
glad.
It was amazing.
What I wanted to do was I wanted to touch on the fact that when I left, I said, Eureka, you found it, and you'll find it again. And a lot of the fans were unclear on what that meant. So I said, well, let me just spell it out for the world.
I love that. Talk about this prehistoric kind of moment behind us.
Yeah, so this is very inspired, very Flintstone, and it's latex, and it's just something fun and sexy that I try to push the boundaries with size and fashion, because I think you can show your different shapes and sexiness, and latex is something you don't imagine a big old heifer like me rolling up in, so why not wear it?
Anybody can wear latex, honey, but it's best, in my opinion, if you're gonna do that, to give a body, give us a figure.
Yeah, of course.
So it makes sense. So
Shape
people
it
can't
up.
say shit about it.
Right.
Right? Because you were on season 9 and you were very loved. I had told you right from the beginning, you got something special for me, kid, and I'm watching. And I loved everything you did. And then the tragic thing of having your knee surgery.
Yeah.
And you had to leave doctor's orders. And
Yeah,
you've
crazy.
since had the surgery. You came back, and I call it an advantage and a disadvantage because you knew what it was like. You've been standing on that main stage before. You knew the kind of amount of time that you have to get ready for a challenge, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
And there was that. But the disadvantage is you had too much time to think about it.
Exactly.
You had too much time to get in your head.
So
you had
right.
too much time to think, oh, I'm the shit they asked me about for a reason.
Yeah.
But you were there with a vengeance. And I think you just needed to be smacked down a little bit.
I held on to so much resentment from my experience with my knee, and like
Resentment?
I do want to call it resentment to myself. I resented my body in a way. I felt like when it happened that my body gave out on me, that it was something that I had done and that I ruined my chance, you know? So it took me a lot to get through that emotional experience, through the healing and things like that. And I worked so hard to heal myself.
Are you being proactive about making sure that things like this don't happen again?
It weirdly made me a better person to myself. It helped me take better care of myself, because now I am a little less on the overly eating, and I do diet. I don't diet as much as I probably could, or exercise as much as I could, because I'm still holding all this. But I think I'm just built big.
Well, you're tall.
I am tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Yeah, that's freaking tall. That's RuPaul height.
Yeah.
You are not ever going to be a waif, darling.
Right.
And it's not about diet. I think I love you the way you are. You love you the way you are. For health, for that leg.
You know, I listen to my body more than I used to. I was very careless with myself before. And once you have something like that happen, it reminds you, oh, well, maybe those pains and those twitches and things like that are when you feel fluid coming into your joints, pay attention to it. I actually had some PTSD from my experience where I was afraid to dance as hard as I used to because I was worried about injuring.
Fair enough.
That lip sync with me and Cameron was the moment that I let my guard down finally, because you all were telling me those things like, don't feed off of these nerves. Like, you're getting off on being nervous so that you can do well. Like, you're like, oh, I'm so nervous, I have to fight through this. But you can use love and other things to be able to.
Does that work for you? Because that does not work for me. I fight with him about this all the time.
Yeah, before I knew I was gonna be lip syncing, I was in Untucked and I had a picture of my family and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this for you all. I'm putting this in my cat suit. I had it over my heart. You have to prove for yourself. You have to prove for as much love and appreciation as they've had for me to tell me what I need to fix and to even bring me back and all these things. I need to deserve this, is what I felt. So I threw it all out there on the floor, you know? And that brought me back to life in my dancing too.
Have you always danced?
Dancing is why I started performing in a way. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a female dancer, to be particular.
Well, you can be. Still time
well, now
for that.
I can, yeah. So when I found drag, I was like, it was an outlet for me to dance and feel empowered. And then also with my size, it became an empowerment for me.
I love that you're body positive, as am I, and I represent for bigger girls too. But don't make your life about that.
Right. You know, there are so many other things that are fun about you. It's not just because, oh, you're this big girl that's funny and you talk about being fat and it's so funny and this food
but you're
and this
funny
and that.
anyway.
Right. And I needed to see that. You know, that I can be funny by just smiling really big and being who I am and being positive and fun. And there's so many other things that are good about Eureka. And I learned that in this season. That's what was amazing for me.
Before we wrap this up, I want to just touch a little briefly on the words, the message you had for your younger self. It was very impactful for me. It was very beautiful. And I felt every word that you were saying to David.
I just had to be honest and vulnerable. I had these speeches that I've probably prepared for months. I was like, oh, I know exactly what I need to say, exactly what I need. But that still rang true in my head where I was like, no, you just need to be authentically yourself. And I wanted to be open and honest with you, truly.
But that's what we fell in love with you about. We fell in love with you in season 9 because of your honesty. If we don't know who you are, we don't fall in love with you, or we don't cry with you, we don't laugh with you, we don't really care.
Yeah.
You want to root for somebody. You cut it deep, you let us in, and we all fell in love.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Top 4,
very
season
much.
10. This was no season to mess around,
Ooh,
honey.
oh, mate, honey,
These
when I
bitches
tell
came
you.
to slay.
Girl, I have never worked so hard for anything in my life, and I'm so glad that I did it, honestly.
This was just the beginning
Yeah.
of what's waiting out there for you. I can't wait for people to see you perform. I can't wait for you to do your shows, to do the tours. I can't wait to perform with you.
I look forward to getting to know you. I know you have so much to give.
Same here, and I know
give so
you do
much.
as well. It was just an incredible experience to see you blossom, and you really, really did, Eureka, so I'm really, really proud of you.
That means more than anything you could even imagine, honestly.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Whatcha Packin. I will see you next time. Bye.
Hey, squirrel friend! When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.